It's your girl Tayy Amor, and I'm back with another video. And this video is going to be a story time. This story time is going to be named That Time My Mom Caught Me. This was a night where I was at home, and an old friend of mine and I were on FaceTime, and she was riding along with this guy whom she was cool with. And I had already been known of the dude. I just didn't know the dude personally. She and I was on FaceTime, and she was like, oh, well, we're headed over to the house because this same friend did live right next door. So she was like, oh, we're headed over to the house. So I was like, okay, cool. They get here. I'm sitting in the car with them. I meet him. Dude cool. Dude is cool as hell. Like, he is cool. And me and him just sitting there talking, vibing. Then we wind up riding to a park. A nearby park. Oh, maybe 4 miles from my house. It's not far from my house at all. She had wound up getting out of the car, and she was in the park. Dude and I were only in the parking lot in the car. So me and him, we just chilling. And then I started looking at this dude like he's a piece of chocolate cake, because I was high. Okay. Needless to say, dude and I wind up, and he wound up later on becoming a cut buddy. And he was like real cool though. Like, he and I was real cool, like, besides being a cut buddy. But that night, this specific night, after we, in the car, we wind up coming back to the house after dropping the old friend of mine off, which she lived right next door. Didn't have to really drop her off for real. So she gets dropped off. We was like contemplating on if we should come in the house or not. And we wind up agreeing to come in the house. So when we came in the house, we came right to, well, that's a new bed. That's not the same bed as then, but we wound up coming to my room. This was way before I even became a mom. Like, this was like 2018. We wind up, some more. I mean, this is not rocket science. Y'all can figure out what I'm talking about. And then the next morning, what in the world? We wound up doing it more throughout the night. And at the time, in the mornings, my mom would get her clothes out for work. She would come in my room. I had set her clothes out in the hallway over the little banister so she wouldn't have to come in my room. Like, I had set everything that she could possibly need in the hallway on that banister so she would not have to come in my room. So the next morning, he and I woke up in my bed, just like, the next morning after y'all spend all night, doing the do. Y'all just look at each other like, my mom still wound up coming in my room the next morning. My door was locked too, by the way. But my mom still wound up coming in my room. I heard her. And I'm like, what is it? It's my mom. What is it? What you want? And she was like, let me in, I gotta get something out the closet. And then I told him to cover all the way up, right? I think dude's feet was still sticking out of the cover, something like that. But she looked at the covers and looked at me and she was like, who the hell is that? And I was like, fuck. I'm just like, fuck, I'm busted. Besides living with my grandma, living with my mom, I live with my grandma too. And my mom, she was just like, really? Wow, really? You really did that? Really? And your granny in the next room? Really? Really? And I'm just like, and she was like, you lucky Nana wasn't the one that came in here. She was like, nah, I'm gonna stall her ass so she don't come in here. So, needless to say, she wound up stalling my granny until a dude was able to get out the house. And to this day, my granny did not even know that dude was in my room. And my mom was like, you owe me. You owe me. Me and my mom kind of act like sisters instead of mother and daughter sometimes. But, yeah, that's how they went. Everything went kosher. It didn't go bad. So that's the point of it all. So, you guys, that's my story time of when my mom walked in on me with a dude. I'll like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your folks to subscribe to me. Turn on the notification bell. And yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Till next time.